Hey everyone, this is Towelliee with TGN, and I'm here with my bear tank, Rumpapotimus, with huge in Japan, the Kingslayer. Now, some things to remember as a bear tank. Lacerate, keep those 3 stacks up. Once you have those 3 stacks, hit Pulverize for that 9% melee crit chance, okay? And then just keep those Lacerate stacks up. Use Power Auras to control your Pulverize. Maul and Mangle off cooldown. Just whenever it's available, hit them. Mangle whenever it procs. Demoralizing Roar. Keep it up at all times. At least try your best. I know sometimes I have a hard time. Swipe and Thrash for AoE. And this is a short macro that I was given a while back. I got it from someone's blog, I believe. But I don't remember the name. I'll give credit if I find it later. I'm sure it might be a macro that a lot of bear tanks use. But it's a cast sequence. Reset equals 6. The timer. Swipe. Bear form. Thrash. Bear form. Start attack. And that's pretty good for AoE tanking. Now, we were here in Bastion of Twilight last night. How I got here, I do not know. Last night, I was trippy a little bit. My back hurt. I was taking some herbal medicine. Next thing you know, I'm in Bastion of Twilight. I don't know what's going on, but let's get to the action. So I go ahead. I pop some thorns on myself. And we're going to get right into it. Bam. I thought I could pop thorns on myself. I guess you can't do it anymore. So I start off with Demoralizing Roar. I get my 3 Lacerate stacks up, as you can see right there from the Power Aura. My Pulverize is up. I hit Berserk, and now I start mashing the shit out of the Mangle button. Mangle, 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 Mangle. And this is 10-man normal. This is no heroic mode. Like I said, I'm not even sure how I came to be at this place. All of a sudden, I'm getting off of my medication, and I'm still streaming. People are like, Towelliee, you're in Bastion of Twilight. I'm like, how'd I get here? Did I tank my way all the way to Chogall? They're like, yeah, man, you're on Chogall. You've wiped a few times. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, there's a nice 12k maul. Nice little 10k Lacerate crit. And the best thing you want to do as a bear tank is you just want to control keeping up your Pulverize all the time, keeping up your Lacerate, and keeping up your Demoralizing Roar. Other than that, in between, hit Mangle and Maul, and you're good to go. I don't know if on single target you're supposed to hit Thrash or Swipe, but I really don't. Also, Fairy Fire, you want to keep that up as well. I didn't really keep it up on my Corrupting Adherent here, so that was my bad. I did my Skull Bash whenever he tried to cast Depravity. And I missed a few. I don't know why Skull Bash was a little bit tricky with me. Maybe I actually haven't bear tanked since the tutorial I made like 6-7 months ago for TGN, and then before that I hadn't actually bear tanked since like ICC GDKP runs. So I went with this pug last night, and man, were they terrible. The only person who knew what they were talking about was basically like the raid leader here. Everyone else, a few other people knew how the fight went. People just, we wiped like I think 3 or 4 times because people weren't killing the Blood of the Old God. The tank did not want to stack Chogall on the stairs, so all the ads, little tentacle porn ads or whatever, all stacked together on the stairs as well for like cleave damage or for easier targeting for interrupting. Now, my threat isn't that great. From what I hear, bear tanking kind of requires a nice high item level to secure insane threat. Now, whether that's true or not, I do not know. But I didn't seem to have any threat at the beginning of the fight. Once I got into a rotation, I didn't have any threat. But actually fighting for threat is a different thing with a bear tank. On my paladin tank, I can catch up to a warrior tank or a DK tank or a bear tank if I'm off tanking without vengeance. With no vengeance on a bear tank, if you're trying to keep up or being secondary on threat, not going to happen. So here we go. I'm getting this Corrupted Adherent. Don't even ask about where we're tanking the boss and where we're stacking the Corrupting Adherents. Like, when they told me how they were going to do this, I was like, okay, I'll just do what you guys say, because this is your raid and all, but let's go. I honestly don't even remember killing Halfus, VT, Council. I just remember, like, being in Chogall's room, and I'm like, oh my god, streamers, what's going on? They're like, dude, you're in this raid, and I'm like, how did I even start to get in this raid? Apparently, there was, Dewey, I believe is the name, started a Bastion of Twilight in trade chat, and I actually whispered him and I said, I would like to tank for you. My item level is only like 350 right now. I'm basically in all blues with the BOE chest, the BOE belt, and the BOE helm. That's it. I have like a 316 two-handed staff for tanking. And I told him that I know this fight, I know how it goes. I'm a tank ragdowner. I believe that's what I said. I'm a tank ragdowner. Let me confirm that right here. I have my video log open from this morning. Yes, I said I'm a rag tank downer. That's what I told him under Rumpapotimus, and he actually invited me. Who would invite someone who says that? I'm a reg tank downer, man. I can do this fight. So they did 10-man normal. I think the time cleared when I looked back at my fraps was like only like 45 minutes, maybe an hour to clear 4 bosses in Bastion. The trash is way more harder. They nerfed this fight to the ground. They nerfed every fight to the ground. I mean, I only have 152k HP in bear form. I think do I have a flask? I have a flask, no food. I guess I forgot my food buff. But in general, the tanking rotation is pretty simple the way I see it. I didn't even really need to look up anything. It's just common sense. If 3 lacerate stacks give you the chance to pulverize with a 9% melee crit chance, do it. Put up your lacerate, 3 stacks of lacerate, pulverize. Keep up Demo Roar. Like right here, I didn't have Demo Roar on Chogall. I was kind of upset. But, and then hit Maul and Mangle off a cooldown. And that's basically it. For some reason, I still have to work more on my Maul. I think you used to be able to macro Maul to everything, right? Because it used to be kind of like Heroic Strike. There I am, turning my back to the boss like a boss. Got hit for 23k. But we had pretty decent healers. I really wasn't in any trouble at all. Once we pushed him to 25%, I made sure he didn't have the fire buff on him. Phase 2, perfect. We call him in the middle of a shadow phase, which means that he won't put fire patches on the ground, which means I can move him up to the stairs. The first pack of little tentacle ads will always probably spawn in the middle of the room, but from here on out, they should all just kind of spawn right here on the stairs. And I don't know if that's a confirmed 100% strat, but it's always worked that way when it comes to 25-man normal and heroic in my experience. But we had a Death Knight tank as the other tank. Yeah, he was a little Mr. Know-It-All. He was like, no man, you don't tank him on the stairs. It's really hard to see the tentacles if you tank him on the stairs because Chogall's body is so big. And I'm like, LOL, LOL. Cleave, 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 cleave. Right now, people are still not killing the ads fast enough. I mean, look at this ad right here. They're all almost at full HP. I mean, maybe I should have marked them. I should have helped out. I tried my best to skull bash whichever ones were doing the debilitating something. There I am screaming, kill the ads. I have a huge headache from this from last night. But I had fun. Like, as I was tanking, I was like, wow, man, bear tanking was pretty fun. And that's why I want you guys to decide what do you guys want me to do in the future on Rumpapotimus. Now, I'm not really one to care about likes and dislikes on YouTube videos. Yeah, they help you get more featured search engine spots or something. I don't know what it is. But in general, I really don't care that much about likes and dislikes. The majority of all my videos I've ever had, I've always had a huge better like to dislike ratio. Except for that one with Word of Glory being OP back in beta. People didn't like that one. I guess when you mix the word paladins and OP, the paladins go QQ, and they fucking, just ramsack your video. But Chogall goes down. Now, I want you guys, you know how sometimes in raid you say press 1 to end raid, press yes to end raid, press no to continue going? Well, I want you guys to hit like if you want me to continue bear tanking, or dislike if you want me to go boomkin. I also have a boomkin spec. I know how to play a boomkin fairly well. I did it for a lot of our GDKP runs. I was top DPS on Death Rock and our GDKP runs on my boomkin once he got a few pieces of gear. And just let me know what you guys want to see. Like Feral, dislike boomkin. Like bear tank, dislike boomkin. Go for it. I don't mind which ones you guys hit. I'll do my next video based on that voting process. I appreciate everyone's help. I appreciate everyone's constructive criticism in all my videos, giving me tips on how to do better at, DK, PvP, bear tanking. This has been Towelliee with TGN. Visit me on my personal website, holyshield.com, justin.tv/Towelliee is where you'll probably see me doing most of these bear tank runs and boomkin DPS and dungeons and raids. YouTube.com/Console Crusaders, my personal YouTube, as well as Facebook.com/Towelliee. And Twitter.com/TowelTheTank. I appreciate everyone's support. Towelliee with TGN. Peace out.